Let's see call by name parameter passing technique. In call by name parameter passing technique, what happens is, let's say the x comma y are formal parameters and a comma b are actual parameters. So in the place of formal parameter x, I am assuming that let's say a and x are related and b and y are related. Okay. So in the method, let's say your method is f and formal parameters are x comma y, and whenever x occurs, then the occurrence of x is replaced by actual parameter a. Okay, so and occurrence of y is replaced by actual parameter b. Understand? So y, whenever you see y in the code, so that will be replaced by b and then it will be executed. So it looks like call by reference, but there is a difference between call by name and call by reference. In call by reference, x refers a, y refers b. But in call by name, in the place of x, we are directly writing name of actual parameter, and in the place of y we are writing name of actual parameter. So what happens is, example, a is an expression, then you get different answers. Like in the place of a, if you have an expression, right, example, that expression is, let's say, some k of I, okay, where I is the index. Okay, so whenever you see x, we replace that x with, if a is k of I, then we replace with k of I. Okay, now what can happen is, this I value may modify in the period of time. So at that time, so probably first time you have x here and one more x if you have here, then in the place of x always we are writing a of I, right? Then what can happen, in between this I value changes, then this a of I and this a of I might give different values. Understand? So we'll see this concept with an example so that you can understand it clearly. But you remember, call by name mechanism is all about replacing formal parameters with simple actual parameters. Okay, so we'll see one example so that you can understand it. Consider this program. In that, so j comma a of j are actual parameters and formal parameters are x comma y. Okay, so let's build the connection between them. In the place of x, always you have to replace what? So x is replaced by j and a of j, and y is replaced by a of j. Okay, this is the idea. Let me do it. Go to the code and let's begin here. Int j and int a of 10. That means there is a variable j, there is a array a of 10. Now j equal to 0. Let's create a box called j in main program and initialize it to 0. Then come to this instruction, which is nothing but a function call. Now here we have to implement the concept of call by name. So j comma a of j are the actual parameters. Let's go to the init method. Let's execute it. So already I established connections, isn't it? Remember that connections. So now wherever you see former parameter y, because it's call by name technique, blindly replace it with its corresponding actual parameter. What is it? Y is nothing but a of j. So I write a of j equal to 0. Better you write the code replacement. Okay. Generally it won't happen. Generally code replacement will not be done. It's more than that. But if you replace code, I mean if you replace code of y with a of j, whatever the output you get, that is what generally we get with call by name. Okay, what I want to say is, so this is only conceptual evaluation. I am showing you conceptual evaluation. What is conceptual evaluation is, I don't know actual implementation, like what happens in reality in implementation. But if you replace y with a of j, and if you replace x with j, what is the output you get? Same output you get because of call by name. That's it. That is for sure. Okay, so generally in implementation what happens, I'll explain you. So at this moment let me blindly replace y with a of j, x with j. Okay, so are you seeing anywhere x and y? No, only in these two places, right? That's why I replaced it. Now let's evaluate this method. This is a for loop. For loop starts at k equal to 0 and k up to k less than 10. That means 10 times. Okay, so begin. First time, a of j equal to 0, right? So let's do it. What is j here? This one. So a of 0, this is an array a, right? Okay, let's see here. A of 0, a of 1, a of 2, a of 3. This is array a. Okay, so a of 4, a of 5, a of 6 up to 9, right? A of 8, A of 9. Right. First step is A of j. J is what? Current j is 0. Okay. Then A of 0 equal to 0. This A of 0 will become 0. Then here, this is nothing but j plus plus. Then j will be incremented. When j is incremented, this will be incremented. Because whenever we refer j, then this will be referred. Okay. Next, what happens is, we have to, because it's a for loop, we have to loop it. That means we have to go one more time. Second time what happens? A of j. This time j is 1, right? So A of 1 equal to 0. Then this will be initialized to 0. Then j plus plus. What is j? Current j is 1. Then that will be incremented. Then j will become 2. Then easily you can understand that if this loop proceeds, then A of j always shows the next position. That means, we always we always fill 0 for the next positions. Like, so finally array, all the elements of array will be initialized to 0, right? The reason is j is incremented every time. Whenever you refer A of j, first time it is A of 0, second time A of 1, third time A of 2, so on. How many times we did it? 10 times. So 0 to 9, right? 10 times. So every time A of j shows new j, right? Otherwise new position. So this is what happens because of call by name methodology. Okay. Same problem if we execute using call by reference, what happens we'll see. So j is 0 initially, and you have an array I'm showing here. So initially they contain garbage values. Okay. Now we execute this method init j comma a of j. So in call by reference what happens? Formal parameter x is, referred, x refers j. That means x is bounded by j. Okay. That means from now onwards, whenever I refer x, box j will be referred. Okay. Now second one, y is getting reference of a of j box. What is a of j here? So a of j is nothing but j is 0, right? Currently. So j is 0, a of 0. There is a box called a of 0. This one, let's say a of 0. So your y is referring a of 0 box. That is the difference. So definitely there is a difference. Let's focus on a of 0 box here. Of course, initially nothing. Let's begin the code. First time whenever we come to init, because of this call, in the for loop k value is 0. Let's do that. K is 0 here. Now y is 0. What is y? Y is linked to a of 0 box. Then that will become 0. Fine. That means a of 0 will become 0. Then x plus plus. X means this box. Plus plus. So this box j will be incremented. Initially j is 0, right? Then j will become 1. Not a problem. Then next time when you go to the loop, k value will become 1. Then y is 0. What is y? Y is this one. Still it is 0. Then x will be incremented. Then j will become 2. Try to understand. So here again a of 0 is initialized to 0. Every time we are initializing only a of 0, because we are not incrementing, or we are not initializing a of current j, right? Here j is incremented every time, but we are always taking a of 0. The reason y is always referring a of 0. That is the difference between call by name and call by reference. Understand? So these two methods, are these two models give different answers, depends on the problems. Sometimes they may give same answers also. Okay.